He took her as a piece of nothing. He took the wife from her soul and body. She put her trust in him. He betrayed her and deserved no forgiveness. Romer was made of no glamour. His appearance caused admiration, but his actions caused detestation. Rosemarian was her name. She would leave as men came. From the evil a beautiful girl was born. The gold of her hair would shine and adorn. You will never suffer, she promised. Rosemarian ran, not looking back, for she feared a pillar of salt she might become. She spotted the field of lettuce, Martha not far ahead. Great respect came to them from the people. With such intimacy, they knew each other's darkest secrets. The little girl grew up with her mom, not another figure she looked up to. Rosemarian rose from the rumble. As a single mom, she stumbled. They lived in the Lagelon Lake overlooking the lost, lonely lettuce fields. Years of peace became theirs until one day when out came the despair. When Rosemarian ventured on the forest, suddenly her body jolted from a loud bang. She hid in the bushes in fear, kept her eyes wide open and her mouth in silence. The figure appeared from the trees. With just one look of his face, her mind blew up with horrid flashbacks. "Romer," she whispered. Rosemarian tried to get closer, but as she stepped, she stumbled and fell. He walked with a spear, ready to kill anyone who came near. His eyes pierced into her soul. She looked back at him with nothing more. With sudden hatred he roared, charged at her from his core. The spear he inserted, leaving nothing but a lifeless body. Out in the village, the young girl walked out, already strong enough to defend her own self. Her name was Kiara, the daughter of Rosemarian. Looking for her birth-giver, she called out, "Mother?" Kiara found Rosemarian on the floor, inhaling the last breath of air. "Don't be fooled, for people work for their own convenience and nothing more." The last exhale, and she was gone. Romer conquered Kiara's mind. "I am your father," he admitted. She exclaimed with happiness, not knowing the past miseries Romer had brought to Rosemarian. He told her to pack her things, for she belonged with kings. Off they went to Romer's castle. The smell of smoke caught her attention. The castle rested at the bottom of a mountain. The white flowers surrounding it contrasted its appearance. Sodoma was large, its entries covered with defenses. Sharpened wood covered it all around. They weren't liked among the crowd. Once they entered, a voice yelled, "Hail King Romer!" and immediately the people bowed down. Kiara was surprised. Romer walked her to her room. "This is what you will wear today. From now on, you will be the princess of Sodoma, and you will act as such." "A princess? I can become a princess? How can I rule a kingdom with no female guidance?" "Oh, mother, why did you keep this secret from me? If only you were here to walk me through this new change in my life." Suddenly, a woman of fair age walked into the room, her clothes baggy but clean and her aspect humble. "Are you hungry?" she asked. "I am fine, thank you." "I am Serfina. Don't be shy, child. I know you're scared. But now you will have all the luxuries you desire. Your father has been looking for you for the longest, and now he's found you. Your mind will no longer race when your stomach is in hunger." Kiara walked out with her gown and a frown. King Romer saw her and was astonished by her strong, beautiful appearance. She descended from the stairs to where her father stood, and next to him was a tall, scrawny, unappealing, middle-aged man. The man followed her every step and looked at her with loving eyes. As Kiara reached Romer, he introduced her to the man. "Kiara, this is King Tamer. He is a king of Logos, and you shall marry him." "Marry him? I will do no such thing. Marriage should only arise from true love. I've only spent a few hours with you and you're already giving me away? You are the princess of Sodoma, and you shall become his wife. That is the only way you will maintain your riches." I don't need riches. You have the wrong idea of me. Kiara picked up her gown and walked away to her room. How can she suddenly have a groom? Oh child, why do you cry? Who has created such crime? Rafina asked. My father. I've only known him for several hours, and his heart desires to be apart from me already. How can he be so heartless and cruel? He doesn't even take my opinion, and he's forcing me into marriage with a man I hardly know. Well, he is always known to get his way. How can he be so heartless and cruel, you ask? Oh, poor girl. Don't you know he raped your mother? Such a beautiful and respected young woman Rosemarian was, and he took her dignity away. Such a kind and handsome girl like you should not let this man rule over her life. Please tell me you will not let this man get what he wants. You are much different than others. What? You must be mistaken. It is true. I've only known him for a few hours, but he seems incapable of such sin. Well, I have completed my duty. I have warned you. You are old enough to make your own decisions. Kiara did not want to accept it. She could not have been the product of a rape. It all came together as to why her mother fled from her home and why she never met her father until now. Why her? Can this be true? She had no other choice but to confront Romer. She changed back into her regular clothes and ran downstairs. As soon as she spotted Romer, she said, I am not the princess of Sodoma. I am Kiara. I will not marry a person I'm not in love with. But most importantly, I will not follow commands of someone I don't even know. I am grateful for your hospitality, but I should go back to my village in Murtha where I belong, and where people actually appreciate me and respect me. You shall marry him, or I will burn down your village. Kiara took a moment to ponder about her village, and memories of her childhood came to mind. That village was where she grew up and where she shared great memories with her mother. She could not possibly abandon it and live with the guilt that it was burnt down because of her. She could not possibly let innocent people who cared for her die. The memories of her running around the lettuce fields with her childhood friends were ones she would never forget. Oh, the dear lettuce fields, oh, the dear innocent villagers, oh, the dear memories that lay there. People at her village admired Kiara for her protection and vibrant character. In the time of famine, Kiara went out to help her village. She would do anything to give back to her people, and now, in time of despair, she could not possibly let them down. So she decided to run away from Sodoma to her dear Murtha. As she escaped into the lost, large, lonely, lunging forest, Tamar saw and immediately informed the king. Enraged, Romer sent his men to burn down the village in Murtha. By the time Kiara arrived, it was too late, for the village had been destroyed and many people had lost their lives in the fearful fire full of flames. Kiara transformed into a person that no one had seen before. Before fighting, Kiara shouted out to Romer, You burned my village! How could you do that to me? The dangerous daredevil Romer replied, It's what you asked for. Her hidden powers and strength were revealed as she began to fight Romer and his warriors. Kiara had no fear during this storm of spears. As the men lost blood, they also lost their lives. It was young Kiara against her mother's nightmare. Her mother was her motivation. Romer could no longer get away from such crime. They fought and fought until he weakened. Not only did Kiara protect her mother, she also fought for her village. After this, long lived the great hero Kiara. She remained always loyal to her people and her birth giver. Defeating that man that caused so much harm and worries, Kiara continued her life and helped restore her precious village. The village transformed into one with much power and wealth. Prosperity followed both Kiara and Murtha. Kiara became determined to never let anyone take the one place where she had shared loving memories with her mother, her admirable and caring friends.